Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever, whenever that you may be tuning in. This is Yonks, and this is now day 5 on creating the money printer for YonksTEAM. And it's been a minute. Looking back at our history here, and on the screen, I have our Google Docs. Let me make this a little bit bigger for all of you. 150%. So 10 days ago, it was since we had our last conversation, and Tyler and I went out to Vegas for our Operation Transition to Abundance. And one of the things that I'm very grateful for is all the help that we have with creating We Own AI and We Own Cloud. We're positioning the money printer as We Own AI Cloud, or We Own AI by We Own Cloud. And one of the things here, very thankful for Roman and all the work that he's doing around the creation of We Own AI and We Own Cloud. And I've got our YonksTEAM website on the screen, and I'm going to let you, Roman, walk through here what you've helped us to create, get deployed on our WordPress site so far.
Yeah, totally. Thank you. So if you go to the post page, that was the previous landing page.
Here on under posts.
Yeah. And so yeah, the posts were they basically are just the live streams from the previous live streams that we did. And so I moved those to a dedicated post page, and then I created the interest form for We Own Pure Block 2, and that has its
Is that
own.
this on the screen right now, Roman?
Well, this is just a landing page. If you click on
The interest
We
form
Own
right here?
PV2 interest form, yeah, that's a dedicated page for the interest form. Just has a smaller hero section with a little description, AI coaches in training by interns.coop and We Own Academy. And then it just states who the form's for. So just a short little form to be added to the webinar waitlist for We Own Pure Block 2. And then the landing page is a little bit more custom. It's it also matches the flyer that I made that has pair tabs that will be hanging up on campus. CU and DU. Did you end up putting those up in UNLV?
No, we ran out of time because Tyler ended up looking at some more housing options on Friday, and that was when we had a little bit of time. But we will be back in Las Vegas here prior to the kickoff of We Own Pure Block 2 starting on October 7th. And this is something that we're really wanting to combine with a paid marketing strategy. So let's actually take a look here at I'm going to go ahead and pull this off screen and get logged into the WordPress dashboard. Because one of the things that we talked about earlier was installing some plugins. And this is where we're really working to create a solid foundation around creating the money printer. From my perspective, when I think about the money printer, at least of how that we're planning it to exist, and this is represented within the image, like here, and I don't know how many people caught that, but in this image, here you've got a dollar bill going in, and you've got a Benjamin Franklin going out. Now, putting in $1 and getting out $100 on the other end, that's a fabulous return. Now, what we're looking to do is we're wanting to put in $1 and get out maybe $1.50 or $2. But still, if you could put in $1 and get out more money on the other side in a quantifiable, measurable dynamic. And one of the key elements of this money printer strategy is a paid marketing campaign, whether it's a TikTok ad or an Instagram ad or a LinkedIn ad or Reddit or an X post on Twitter or Facebook or wherever. And this is something that really looking forward to having more conversations here this week, the last week of September, and then the first week of October before we flip the switch to We Own PeerBlock 2. So, anyway, I'm just getting logged in here. I'm going to go ahead and log in with YonksTEAM and see what we've got for. Now, did you actually install some additional plugins, Roman?
No, I didn't get to that yet.
Okay, so let's see what plugins where we have. So this is where we have a very, very basic functionality, Fluent CRM, Fluent Forms. And have you done anything with Fluent Booking here?
No, just the interest form and CRM integration.
Okay, so your configuration only involved Fluent Forms and Fluent CRM. And this is one of the things that we went through and configured some base plugins. One of the things that we're wanting to utilize on this site, let's actually go click on, and I still have the action item to configure Fluent SMTP. Now, you were looking at some email services. Was that primarily for inbound email or for outbound email?
Inbound because SMTP is outbound only.
Yep. Okay. So that means that we still need to get Fluent SMTP configured. And a good way to describe this is transactional uh, transactional emails. Like here, whenever somebody registers for Fluent Forms, one of the functionalities is that you get an email saying, "Hey, somebody filled out the form" or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and click on Add Plugin. One of the plugins that we're planning to utilize here is Yoast, which is an SEO plugin. And one of the other benefits of this plugin is that it also includes SEO Academy. And this is something that Roman and I and Tyler have also been having a decent amount of side conversations here with AI. The conversation has now elevated from SEO to GEO, Generative Engine Optimization. And I believe that Yoast includes some functionality around AI. And this is something that we will absolutely, and you can see upgrade for AI tools, Google Docs integration, and 24/7 support. So this is something that we're going to go ahead and install. It's got 27,000, almost 28,000 reviews here on WordPress. Let's just click on more details. So this is an SEO, search engine optimization that has AI capabilities. So we'll see what the AI capabilities are. It'll be interesting to see if it makes sense for us to do anything to elevate the AI capabilities. But either way, this is something that we're absolutely planning to use here. Whether we will be using this in 6 months from now, only time will tell. So install. And the other plugin that we installed earlier, if I remember correctly, Roman, was Performance Lab.
Yeah.
Okay, so Performance Lab. And I looked at that a little bit more from the conversation here from earlier till now. And I don't really see that this will elevate the analytics from a user perspective, and that's still a something that I would like to understand. Um, and one of the other things, install now. Um, it's interesting that the really simple security. Let me do a quick search for. Have you looked at any 2FA plugins?
No, I have not.
So let's put this on the shelf. I see a couple opportunities, word fence, and then really simple security. 5 million installations, 4 million active installations. Um, those two seem to be some pretty simple ones. I'm a huge fan of two-factor authentication, and this is also something that we can uh, in, potentially include into our consideration. I'm more interested in getting this plugin not necessarily on YonksTEAM.xyz, but more importantly on WeOwn.xyz. So that's one that we need to increase the priority. I'm not going to install any of these right now because I want to make sure that we choose the right one because whether it's word fence or really simple security or some other solution. Um, let's see what else.
Would this plugin be for like admins or people who onboard into the cohort?
So right now we're on YonksTEAM.xyz. So this is where like as I've mentioned, I'm mostly envisioning the We Own Team associate to be responsible from lead generation to the conversion, like, hey, open their wallet, whether that's buying We Own AI Lite, We Own AI Book, we own cloud, whatever ecosystem product that we're offering. So here, Yonk's team will we will be responsible for any of the people that enter our pipeline, enter our CRM, and this is where we can build that into our user journey. Because, like, and one of the things that's still a question mark is if somebody wants to pay with a credit card here in September or first week of October to onboard into our cohort, what will that process look like? So that's a conversation that we'll have tomorrow and this week to work on getting that solution finalized. Like with using or creating here, and let me actually just go back to the website because I saw that you had a shop link. So does this shop link go anywhere or is it just a placeholder? I think that this is a placeholder that Tyler and I created.
Yeah, I was already there.
Yeah, so this was something that we did. We will add our Inner Circle NFT and other opportunities here soon. Because right now, the question mark is do we need WooCommerce, which adds a lot of overhead from a resource standpoint in the Yonks team WordPress installation. And that's something that we can continue to contemplate. One of the things that I was thinking about, Roman, here we've been talking about We Own Cloud, because like one of the things that I really want us to get dialed in, talking about shop, right now, one of the things that I want to see happen here this week is getting some products created that have functionality added. Like we've got the smart contract created for the We Own AI book and getting that here on this shop page. That's something that we can build towards. And the thing that I was thinking about is weown.cloud. So we own cloud is just parked on the bun. This may be a great use case, Roman, for us to install a WordPress droplet and just experiment with the droplet functionality for WordPress. And this is something that we can take that conversation offline, but just making a real simple WordPress that doesn't have, because right now, not wanting to spend a lot of cycles around We Own Cloud from a product creation standpoint. But anyway, yeah. So let me go back to the agenda real quick, or let me actually find the plugins tab to see if there was any other plugins that we needed or that we're planning to install from our dev conversation earlier today. Okay, so this was the plugin page we own dev initiatives that we itemized. So we just installed Yoast here on YonksTEAM. This is something that going to upgrade to Pro. And Matomo. Let me see. I think I installed Matomo the other day. Installed plugins. So Performance Lab, I'm going to go ahead and activate this. This looks to be a fairly simple framework. It adds a performance tab, but in order to activate any of the widgets, that's a separate plugin that needs to be installed. And again, like all indications that I'm seeing here, that this just adds additional performance features. It doesn't add any visibility as far as like graphs to really show you performance metrics over time. And that's really one of the things that I'm like a dashboard sort of functionality. So this sort of seems to be under the hood technical optimizations that improve the performance. Doesn't actually show you what the performance looks like historically. Okay, so Yoast, WooCommerce, Matomo. Let's see, going back to tools, plugins. So we've got the Connect Matomo, and one of the things that I'm going to go through is to create an account, and this is a separate piece of content. And then I'm also going to activate the Yoast plugin. What was the Perf Matters? That's performance optimization as well, right, Roman?
Yeah, performance optimization.
So that may be similar functionality to Performance Lab. Um, let's take a look and see what we can do with Performance Lab before we look at a paid option like Perf Matters, because it may have a lot of overlap. Um, and looking through this list of plugins, what other things have you seen on We Own XYZ that we don't have here that should be?
Have we finished setting up Matomo?
No, that's something that I was going to create a breakout piece of content around. I'm just looking here. Let me bring this on screen. Let me just kind of do a side by side here.
WooCommerce will only be for weown.xyz, correct?
For now, until we decide that it needs to exist, because like one place that it will need to exist on Yonk's team is the creation of a product where if somebody wants to pay me $500 an hour, have you decided, Tyler, what you're going to charge for your time? She might not be able
Oh,
to.
sorry, wouldn't unmute. Probably the same. I was charging 400 when I was consulting, so yeah, probably 400 or 500.
Inflation.
It's more about results. It's how much can I pack into an hour for you, and what is that gonna make you? And then yeah, I never felt bad about charging what I charged because of how much money and what other results I was able to deliver for my clients, so I didn't care.
The only other thing that I'm seeing is WP e-signature, and that's something that we will add later, and that's something that we need to really figure out. Because like yeah, because some of these plugins have a per site license cost, and that's something else that we need to accommodate for fairly low priority with where we're at in our dev cycle. But for example, like um, Fluent Community, and this is something that want to experiment with We Own XYZ to potentially be a launch pad uh, where we could have like coaches, like YonksTEAM. We're positioning ourselves as AI coaches and having a sub community that's a private sub community on We Own XYZ in the community portal. And let me just go here, visit community portal. So this is where we're creating most of our content right now. And this is like talking about generative engine optimization. This is where we want to be sure that that LLM's text file exists. And like one of the private communities, we had our YonksTEAM Inner Circle, and this is a value proposition that we're looking to provide for people. Because you think about somebody saying, hey, $12 a year to be on YonksTEAM Inner Circle is a very different financial commitment than $47 a month or $97 a month. So this is where we're wanting to create different products. And that's one of the things that we will again have some more conversations with our fractional chief marketing officer, as well as hopefully it won't take too long to find the ideal candidate for our AI digital marketing intern, where they can be involved in the creation of the money printer and the user journey as well. I don't know if I'm really seeing any other plugins. Like one of the things that we've talked about here is getting our content marketing strategy in line. And this is something, Roman, as soon as N8N is available for installation within the YonksTEAM Cube, let me know, because that's one of the things that I'm wanting to start experimenting with here as soon as possible. Um, One of the things that's also worth mentioning, we got our calendar invitation out here. So Tyler talked about the calendar here a little bit. So we've got the cohort conversation scheduled for Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Uh, Nate Thorenson is with dropchain.network. That's another tool that we're evaluating. Think of like Web3 meets CRM. And that's something that we need to, Tyler, circle back with Nate and ensure that we're a green light go for that conversation here on Wednesday. Right now, looking at the calendar for the next couple of days, do you see any reason, Tyler, that we shouldn't go ahead and get these money printer conversations scheduled at least for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday?
At 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Let me look real quick. I Yeah, I think we can make those all work.
So all indications going back to performance metrics, and it's still looking like GT metrics may be the best solution in the toolkit, Roman.
Yeah, it does. That the setup seemed a little um, unusual though.
Yeah, and this is like who knows, as you saw, the WordPress plugin hadn't been updated in a while. So and this is where I am notorious for seeing opportunity depending on how you ask and or who you ask. And when I see opportunity, this is where, like getting another project on the list. And speaking of money printer and another project on the list, this is one that I'm actually really excited about here. This will be another tool that we're going to be creating some conversations around. not going to be something that's been too much conversations here in September, early October. But after we get the first cohort, we on Peer Block 2 on October 7th started, I know my focus is going to shift heavily towards uh, creating this Kickstarter campaign around buy the dip, follow the money. And this is discover discover how YonksTEAM became multimillionaires with the simple options trading strategy: buy the dip and follow the money. And the thing that I'm really excited about is this will be a great funnel because you think about who that we're primarily targeting. We're targeting
Fi-
existing investors or aspiring investors. Go ahead, Lotus. I see you've got a mic open.
Finally, the real money printer. Just kidding.
Um, I will Tyler and I have been accused of being lucky, and this is one of the things that we want to create an overwhelming amount of evidence. When you're consistently lucky, it goes from being lucky to skill. And this is something that, like, and the longer that you can do that and demonstrate, like, I have literally read X threads on Twitter about people that are copy trading Nancy Pelosi, and just doing that in the last 12 to 18 months, they're a new millionaire.
Do they know her trading name, or how are they tracking that?
Congress has to, if you're a member of Congress, you're required to post, I think it's quarterly reports about stocks and options and other public financial positions that you hold. And I'm kind of shocked that people were able to make that much money because you think about getting, 1 to 3 month old information, and but I guess her trades had enough runway in them that that's what happened. But yeah, it's because if you're a member of Congress, you have to file or you have to disclose what you own, what you bought, what you sold for the prior quarter.
Is there a website to look or no?
Yeah, like
If I'm not sure
just
where they're published, but if you look on FEC.gov, Federal Election Commission, that's where they publish their donors and other financial information about their campaigns. So there's probably a link to it there. Or just Google congressional financial disclosures and you right to it.
so I'm just Google how to copy trade Nancy Pelosi. So you know, here's some information. There's even how to use a Pelosi tracker app. Download the app, find a stock trapping app. Anyway, select the Pelosi tracker. So this is where there's sentiment around this, you know, and yeah, do your own research. I'm not a Nancy Pelosi copy trader. I like to invest in things that we know around technology, whether it's like one of the biggest opportunities here, in my opinion, in quarter 4 is around Ethereum digital asset treasuries, Bitmine, BMNR, SBET, and ETHZilla. And full disclosure, we own positions in all of those. But that's the sort of thing that we're going to be talking about not only through this, but one of the things that I'm looking forward to having more conversations with Roman around is bringing a human element with community around with a data analytics LLM strategy and using LLMs to really parse through an immense amount of information. And like virtuals, there's a trading AI agent, AIXBT on virtuals protocol that has a market cap. Let's see, number go up, number go down, what AIXBT's market cap is. So let's see, AI agents. Um, Let me just search for AIXBT here. So AIXBT, their market cap is 97 million, fully diluted value 98 million. So this AI agent has a market cap of $100 million, created a year ago. 403,000 people own the token of this. And view on X, like just to unpack how many people follow. I think this might be the wrong one. So this is the alpha thesis. So AIXBT has 472,000 followers on X, and they've made since November of 2024 451,000 posts. Me, I've been on Twitter since 2010, and I've made 5,000 posts. So AIXBT is doing a lot of posting, how usable the information is or not. The big value, though, is the intelligence that they've used to get ahead of market sentiment using sentiment analysis with their AI tooling. But anyway, that's going to be a component of the money printer as well, because we want to help people. Like, one of the core beliefs that I have is helping people earn an extra $500 a month, and that's what we're absolutely looking to do with the money printer and the money printer blueprint that we're building with We Own AI and We Own Cloud. But I didn't really have anything else that I wanted to talk about. Wanted to go through where we're at here today, get the schedule created. So uh, day 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm not going to schedule one for Friday, but 6, 7, and 8 will be on the schedule here for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at the same time slot. 11 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Mountain, while we're building the money printer. And one of the things that wanting to really do is get the workflow automation with Innate in and really elevate the content that we're creating through this live streaming format, really get it polished, uh, create a nice summary on a weekly basis so that we have a playbook that other people can follow, because getting in and adjusting some knobs and dials after everything is built is likely what will have to happen on an ongoing basis. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking and hear from Tyler, Roman, I am Lotus, as far as the money printer, creating the money printer.
I set up a whole site that we're working on together that we are going to have all the step by steps going. So that's probably a conversation for a future date, but we'll get that going. You're on mute, Jason.
And I have that tab or that document here, and this is very much a work in progress, but this is the money printer playbook, and this is something that will likely have several lenses, a lens from the user of the money printer, whether that's myself or Tyler or I am Lotus or Roman, but then also from a dev lens, because this is something that we're really looking to automate. I've been saying, we'll continue to say, document, iterate, and automate. And we're in the document and iterate phase, and very quickly putting the AI with We Own AI and We Own Cloud, our technology solutions platform, in place to automate, and then the opportunity to replicate. So document, iterate, automate, replicate. And that's where the money printer really starts compounding through our two-tier affiliate program opportunity for We Own Team and associates. So do you have any closing thoughts, Roman or Lotus, from your end?
Looking forward to the money printer. And Roman, I might have a few hours tomorrow in the morning. If you are free, and just tell me what time that would be, Central Standard Time, so we can get together and build my money printer.
Cool. Sounds good. Yeah, I can definitely find some time in the morning. Just send me what times you're available on Signal, and I'll make one of them work.
I was mainly basing it on your time because I'm 1 hour ahead, meaning to say you might still be sleeping if, you know. Just let me know what time Central you're available.
All right.
Well, the more that we get results with our own respective money printers and then share with other people, that's when the results start compounding and compounding and compounding. And that's quite literally what it's going to take, though, to really create the network effects where we can bring more ownership with this transformative technology, AI, and the cooperative ownership with AI is really exciting and compelling. But I could talk about that stuff all day, all night. Looking forward, we talked about the um, buy the dip, follow the money book. We postponed the We Own AI book, The New American Dream, until February of 2026. That's something that we're going to still be offering to our Web3 friends via a early adopters opportunity, but that's something that we'll again create as a product in the money printer on our respective sites, whatever products that we want to independently promote through our personal branded websites. But anyway, thanks for hanging out tonight. Looking forward to having more conversations this week while we are bringing season 1 of We Own XYZ ecosystem to a close. And season 2 is right around the corner, October 7th.
Thanks, everybody.